Good morning, everyone. This is Gail Dudley with your news in motion. How are you on this Tuesday morning? If you're in the house, I just need you to go ahead and pop in. Come on in the room, y'all, because we have a great segment for you on this morning. We're so excited to bring in our guest, Diane Ladybug. She is an NIM, which stands for News in Motion family member. She's a part of the family. So we're excited to have her today. I'm telling all of you right now, you want to get your pen, you want to get your paper, you want to have your smartphone, you want to have your tablet, your laptop, whatever it is, because I believe you're going to be taking many of notes today. She's going to be giving us a step-by-step of going from our hobby to an income. Y'all, so I'm telling you, you're going to have straight takeaways on today. I see y'all coming up in this room. Good morning to all of you. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Listen, y'all, the moment I bring her on, go ahead. I gotta just break my rule for one moment. I see you, Davia, girl. What's happening? Just broke my rule, but that's okay. And I see you, Isaiah. So y'all getting me in trouble. Y'all getting me in trouble this morning. New faces are coming in here. I'm like, I gotta call them out. I'm getting in trouble. But anyway, as soon as I bring her on, if you have any questions, please post your questions in the comment section so I can bring them up so that she will be able to answer your questions as we are going along. For those of you who are patrons, and it's not too late to become a Patreon. For those of you who are patrons, don't forget we will have Dr. Kim Carter on our private Zoom at 6 p.m. Eastern tonight. Just go to Patreon, look at the post. When we make a post, either myself or the team, you get an email to say that a post has been made. Look at that. It has all the Zoom information for you right there. You want to join tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern with Dr. Kim Carter. Y'all, we received over 19 questions about credit score, about it, just so much. You do not want to miss tonight. If you're not a patron of News in Motion, it is not too late to join. The moment you join, we'll send you out the Zoom link. Let me also share this. People are like, I don't want to pay to get the news. You're not paying to get the news. That's not what Patreon's about. It's an extra benefit for you. What you're doing, you're receiving additional content. You're receiving private workshops. Y'all, she's doing an hour workshop for you. What would normally cost you probably a couple $100, you're getting it because of your monthly Patreon fee. So you don't want to miss this. So good morning to everyone. It is Tuesday, September the 21st, 2021. And it is time for today's headlines on News in Motion. I am your host. Yes, I am. I'm Gail Dudley. Whether you're watching live or the replay, I just want to say good morning to you. If you're watching the replay, it may be afternoon or evening. So good afternoon or good evening to you as well. Okay, I am so glad that all of you joined us on this morning. We have so much to get to, and we have a powerhouse that's going to share with you today. So let's go ahead and do what we do. Let's get started. Y'all, I am laughing because I can see everybody in the virtual room, in the green room, and Diane Ladybug is in there jamming. I thought I was the only one, so it's good to know that somebody else is dancing when this music comes on. All right, everyone. AP is reporting that today, all world leaders will return to the UN. Yep, that's happening today. It's been about 2 years. Last year, all addresses were pre-recorded. What's on the table? U.S. and China tensions. It's rising, y'all. The tensions between the United States and China, they are rising. Afghanistan is on the table. Conflicts in Yemen, woo, can't even get that out. Syria and Ethiopia are on the table. And of course, COVID-19. Now, y'all, keeping up with tradition, the Brazil's president, Jair, will speak first. But guess what? He's not vaccinated. And he says he doesn't plan to get vaxxed. He says he had COVID, so that is what it is. So the UN is operating on an honor system. Now, the system is just as long as you don't have any symptoms and you test in the last 10 days that you're negative. Okay, so that's happening. So just so much is going on with the UN. So we're just gonna have to watch that. But they're really concerned about the US and China. I need y'all to fix that. All right, decisions. Mexico or Haiti. US will have 6 flights to Haiti today. Mexico will begin busing the people. These are all the migrants that are underneath the bridge in the Texas Mexico border. So that's happening today. Y'all, I can't tell y'all how much news we are seeing come in here. It is absolutely amazing. COVID-19, and y'all, I'm rushing for a reason because I'm giving her all the time. I'm just giving y'all some quick headlights. COVID-19, due to records, not really, they didn't keep those back then. It is assumed that COVID has killed about as many Americans as the 1918-19 flu. So 1918 through 1919 flu. Yeah, CDC numbers, for COVID deaths as of today, 675,000. 675,000. This report is coming from the AP, the CDC, the Time, the CNBC, and US Today. Say those real fast. I wanted to make sure I grabbed them all together to let you know this is what's happening. Now, US is to lift international travel ban for vaccinated people in November. That's what the White House is reporting. Now, here's a direct report that came straight out of the White House press room. Yes, hello, somebody. I got one of them passes. Foreign travelers who can provide proof of vaccination and present a negative COVID-19 test will be allowed to enter the United States without quarantine. Okay. White House COVID-19 coordinator Jeff Zients said yesterday in the press briefing. I was in there. Yes, I was. Can y'all tell I get excited? The team told me I had to go back to Mexico and Texas for a moment, so I'm going to be obedient today. They wanted to let everyone know that more than 6,000 Haitians and other migrants had been removed from an encampment in Del Rio, Texas. The U.S. officials said on yesterday, as they defended a strong response that includes immediately expelling migrants to their impoverished Caribbean country. And they face criticism for using horse patrols to stop them from entering the town. Now, y'all, that's enough for some Haitian migrants to return to Mexico, while others are still trying to decide where they want to go. And we also heard out of the White House briefing room on yesterday that President Biden, the Biden administration, will increase the number of migrants that will stay here in the U.S. Now, y'all, I am all for that. And I'm going to just give y'all my own commentary just for a second. I'm all for that. I'm excited about that. I believe that everyone should have a home, food, education, and money and jobs. I really believe that. Call me crazy, but I do believe that. But here's something that I'm having a struggle with. I noticed when I was off in August that the Airbnb were opening up homes for those who were coming from Afghanistan for their families. I'm all excited about that too. I think that's great. I believe in that. But let's not forget those who are U.S. citizens right here who are being put out of their homes every day, who they are food insecure. We already have more than 33 million who are food insecure without jobs and facing eviction. Yeah, so those things are happening as well. So that's where I'm sitting back. Now, y'all may say, oh, she didn't turn conservative on me. No, I haven't. But I do believe we have to have some framework around the systems that we're putting in place. Because what's happening, we're having more and more people displaced who are indeed U.S. citizens. So, yeah, that's happening. I'm going to look real quick to see what's in the chat. I see Demia Candai saying test in the last 10 days. Most places you must test negative in the last 3 days. You're absolutely correct. And speaking of Demia, if you are a friend of hers and you followed her, she shared on her Facebook post, and I don't want to repeat it, just go check it out herself, about a woman from Venezuela who lost both of her parents and they can't get vaccines. We even have a stack of vaccines. So Demia hit on this already. I'm just repeating what she said. And people don't even want them. So just let's go ahead and send those to people who need them, who can't get them. So y'all, there's so much that's going on that's making my heart grieve in this season, which means we have work to do. And all of this ties right back to voting. All of this ties right back to our elected officials. All of this comes right back It's an ongoing cycle that we need to break the cycle. So there's decisions there. Told you about COVID. All right, y'all. This is what I want to share with you because I want to give her as much time as possible. Yesterday, I talked about global shipping. I talked about that. Y'all remember that? It's now taking about 70 days. Yeah. Now, I'm asking you right now to plan to shop small. And I know there's a lot of business owners. I see you coming in here. And y'all stop thinking that it has to be a material item like a sweater or sweatshirt or some shoes or some tennis shoes. All those things are great. But don't forget art. Don't forget coaching services. Don't forget being a sponsor to somebody's platform. And putting them in the name. Don't forget giving a donation to Feeding America and putting it in honor of somebody else or in memory of somebody else. Y'all, we got to think broad when we're talking about Christmas season, birthdays, anniversaries, and so forth. So y'all, it's taking about 70 days. Containers are stuck in different places, and then they're sitting 40 days because of quarantine. I did some more digging yesterday, and then because I was out shopping yesterday too, because I'm venturing out a little bit more, I was able to do my own research while I was out there. So y'all, as of this broadcast, Christmas is 95 days away. Thanksgiving is 65 days away. So now if it's taken 70 days to get over here, y'all, are y'all following this? Even from state to state, if they're using the waters to do so, like let's say they're going from California to Florida and they decide to use the waters, that does happen. That does happen because the containers then need to continue to move in the ships that are out there. They're being held up because of COVID. So they're expecting, this is from Business Insider to Global Shipping to the Consumer Reports. It is believed that Christmas rush will happen in October. Hello, somebody, y'all pay attention to this. And I believe I have the right to say, you heard it here first. Yeah, just watch this. So y'all, they're calling it cargo congestion. That's what they're calling it. And they're saying that this will upset the Christmas shopping. The global supply chain moves more than 4 trillion. That's with a T, y'all. That's with a T. Worth of goods across the global economy each year. So y'all, now is the time to plan what you're going to do. Now hear me. I see Nicole Burton saying, yep, Now hear me. What y'all talking about? This is why we need Gail in Congress. Y'all need to shut that down. I see where y'all going now. I'm thinking y'all co-signing what I'm saying right now. Y'all following Deborah Johnson. I ain't listening to none of that. So listen, I do need y'all to listen to this. Y'all, this is time to plan. Now, they're saying even food. Yeah, even food. I did my own test run yesterday. Pay attention. I love me some Popeye's chicken. I know it's not good for you, but I had that taste for that Cajun Popeye's chicken on yesterday, okay? So I get to Popeyes. There's a new one out off of Tuttle. I went to go get me some Popeyes chicken. The line was wrapped around the building, deeper than the line at Chick-fil-A. There's a battle. Chick-fil-A across the street today was having a battle yesterday. So I get up there and something says, because I love their Thanksgiving turkeys. I said to the manager who was at the door, she said, oh, hi. She said, welcome to the new, yeah. We was talking. I said, okay. I said, that's all nice. And we were smiling, laughing and stuff like that. And I said, I just think, when can I can we now do order for the turkey? She said, oh no, with a smile and everything. And I said, well, when are they coming in? She says, well, they should be coming in about the first week of November. She said, although they normally come in the last week of October. She said, but I'm going to tell you right now. And she's being real nice, real nice. And then she even yells to the back that says, give her extra tender because I'm going to break her heart. What? You can't break my heart? Don't break my heart. She says, now we're only getting 1 truckload this year because we can't get them in. She goes, on top of that, we only get so many per store. All across the U.S., only so many. Where people used to line up, we would have at least, 50 or whatever each time the truck delivered. She goes, that's cutting way back to probably 10. What? I said, well, can you call me and tell me ahead of time, come get in line at 6 a.m. or something? I said, I'll do my reporting out here outside Popeye's chicken. So y'all, I'm saying all that to say that's just my selfish side. I want some Popeye's turkey. But on the selfish side or the truth here, I guess it's selfish too. You want to start thinking about what you're serving. Now, I know some of you families, some of your families like, I don't do the Thanksgiving stuff anyway. And that's cool. You're probably going to be safe. Everybody else, if you have that taste for that day in November, you want to go ahead and start figuring out how you're going to store stuff in your freezer. Now, y'all don't go being greedy and don't go knocking over people. Don't do that. But they're saying this is going to be serious this year. Now, all the trees, I went to Dollar Store too, Dollar Tree too. Sure did. Yep, I'm telling you, I'm picturing now. Dollar Tree, I saw all this Christmas stuff. I said, what are y'all doing? She said, well, here's the truth. Actually, that's last year's. And since we didn't sell it, we were told to put it out. But we're not sure we're getting anything in here. See how quick this stuff is going? She said, it may not be here in October. She goes, pretty much everybody is putting out their Christmas stuff that they didn't get to sell last year. That's going to create a supply and a demand. Y'all, I'm telling y'all something this morning. Hope y'all paying attention. Hope you paying attention. This is what's about to happen. Yeah, so it's time to plan. Here's an opportunity to shop small, local, directly from the designer, Black owned, etc. Y'all, let's do something. Make stuff this year. Do something different this year. Yeah, do something different this year. And so with all of that being said, today I'm excited to tell you that Diane Ladybug Ivery is here with us today. Yeah, she is talking today about hobby to income and to let God lead you. Y'all, this is where we are going. And y'all, I believe that it's time for us to stretch and to see things differently and say, okay, let me plan what this is going to look like. Some of you have been waiting for the time to release your art. Now's the time, because I believe people are going to come to you to buy it this year because they're not going to be able to get it anywhere else. Here's an opportunity for us to showcase ourselves and the skills and talents that we have. I really do believe now is the time. I believe now is an opportunity, to showcase who you are. And I think we should all get ready. And now listen, as I bring her on here. If you're known to pay, I'm going to just go there, $250 for some shoes. And some of y'all do. I've been known to do that too in my past life. You can spend $250 on some art. Yeah, because you have an original piece from an artist. You do. If you've been known to pay $300 on a number of gifts for one of your children at home, then when that jewelry owner, when that person who makes clothing have a price tag of $300 on that particular item, don't say anything. Just buy it if you like it. Now, they may not get 10 items this year. They may only get one, but that one is going to be an original. Yeah, that's how I'm talking. That's how I'm talking. Yes, Kenya, you're right. $250 for art is actually economical. Yeah. Yep, Demia, shots fired. Yep, Nicole. Listen. Hello, somebody. Y'all, listen. Hear me. Y'all, them iPhone 13s done sold out. They're saying they're back ordered. Those aren't cheap. They're $1,000. And y'all know every year they break or something happens to them. Or the Samsung flip phones. I'll get you. Or the Galaxy, or the whatever you're getting. So if you spend on that, spend on somebody who is trying to earn a living and make a living. All right, let me be quiet and bring on my girl. Boom, there she is. What's up?
Good morning, Gail. Good morning.
Good morning. Let me read your bio, not the whole thing. But y'all, this is Diane Ladybug Ivery. She was named after her mother, Diane Holmes, who was born and raised in Columbus, Ohio, East Side. While growing up, Ladybug learned early on that it's better to give than to receive, and that you are truly blessed through your service. She goes on to talk about her ministry and what it is that she's doing, and the ongoing question that says, will you be that one? Currently, she is employed at Goodwill Columbus as a program manager. But in addition to that, she is the creator and owner of Miss Ladybug's Unlimited Creativity as a designer and face painter. Her greatest passion is the inspiration she creates through the morning message. And I get that every morning by text. Yes, I do. Yeah, there's so much here to talk about. We're going to give her links and information on how you can get in touch with her. But welcome, Diane Ladybug, to this show. Yay! So
Thank you.
I'm gonna ask you one question. I'm gonna let you totally take over. Many
Okay.
people are saying, where do I start when I'm looking at my hobby? I love it. It's making my heart sing. I know this is something I can turn into a business. But people are wanting to know, where do I start? So can you answer that and then take it away and give us every nugget that you have?
Yes, yes. But I have to say this. I didn't know Popeye sell turkey, but you had
They
me cracking
do.
up talking
Only,
about
only,
turkey.
only for Thanksgiving. They sell a whole turkey. Yes, they do. But go ahead.
But to answer your question, um, start with what you love to do and just turn it into a profit. Okay, so one of the things, and this is by chance, my face painting. My face painting started with me painting my kids' faces for Halloween because they didn't want to wear the mask, because we went to OSU campus to trick or treat in the dorms. And so when you're walking, first of all, it's 11 floors of trick or treating. I don't even know that they do that anymore. But
Wow.
back then it was 11 floors and we went to 2 buildings. Okay. So they're hot and they can't wear the mask, but they in full costume. So they were like, Mom, can you paint our faces? So I'm like, okay, sure. Didn't know how, didn't know what to do, but we loved going to the library. We went to the library, got a book. At that time, I worked for Columbus Recreation and Park, so I had access to paint, okay, which is the same paint I still paint with today. That in itself turned into, will you come to my kids' party and face paint? Will you come to this event and face paint? Yes. When I was looking for face painters for a corporate event, the price was so high. And I started thinking, I can do this myself and
There you
charge.
go.
So that's where that comes from. Just being able to turn what you literally are good at and passionate about into a business, no matter what that is, no matter how small you think it is. I never ever thought that my face painting would turn into a business, but it has. And let me tell you this, as a painter, as an entrepreneur, as a designer, for my friends who are out there, do not be afraid to charge for your service. So I'm going to put it this way. If they could do it, they do it themselves. But because they're hiring you, don't be afraid to charge for your services. I get some backlash, and I'm actually affordable, as I would say, in the face painting world. But people tend to want to challenge what I charge, and I don't waive. I honestly, I don't waive. So, but I would just give you a few pointers on that too. Is just don't be afraid to step out there. Don't be afraid to put yourself out there. Um, Take your 15 minutes of fame. That's what I look at. When I'm face painting and people ask me, am I an artist? First of all, I tell them I'm not an artist. I'm a mother who loves to paint, and it started with my children. But because I love to do it and I can change faces, one face at a time creates one smile at a time, which changes the world. Okay. So we need more smiles in this world. For my sewing, because Miss Ladybug's Unlimited Creativity, I'm a face painter, I'm a writer, and I'll get to the writer part in a little bit, but I also sew. Now that is one of my truly, truly greatest passions, is my sewing. That started as a project for work. It was a Go Green project, okay? With me working for Goodwill, I was actually working in our day service program, and someone had donated some blue jeans to our site, thinking, well, pretty much dropped them off because they thought we were the thrift store, but that's neither here nor there. And so for St. Patrick's Day, we did a project, a Go Green project. So what we did was turn the blue jeans into bags, because we serve a lot of individuals with wheelchairs and they need things. They needed a bag on the back of their chair. So we literally turned the blue jeans into bags for our individuals, which, I mean, project was awesome. And from that started my passion for sewing. And right now, my sewing, oh my God, gives me such an opportunity, one, to learn. So I learn from several people. I have several mentors, but two of my greatest mentors right now is Lori. Hi, Lori. Lori Wallace. Um, Y'all, amazing. The things that this woman can do with fabric, and it doesn't even need to be sewn, is unbelievable. So she is one of my mentors, and as a designer, she just pushes my creativity. And my other mentor is Susan Bradford Kunta, who is the director and artistic director and founder of Chusan West African Dance. So I do a lot of sewing for Chusan, from costume alterations to making lapas to designing outfits for the children, for them to perform. That in itself. Now, I learned to sew from my mother. She is the seamstress. I'm not. So before you guys call me and say, can you make me this dress? Can you make me this coat? I am not a seamstress, okay, at all. But I am a creative designer. And I learned a lot of that from Lori. How you can take fabric and add it to things, how you can take fabric and totally change things around. I will be featured as a vendor at the Heal Her Luncheon. And if you are attending that, then you'll get to see some of the things that I have done as that creative designer. With that, I'm also able to teach. So I teach young ladies how to sew, okay? Whether you have a machine or don't have a machine, I come in to you to teach you how to sew. And not just young people, I teach adults. Okay. So if you've ever had a passion and wanted to learn how to sew, just even basic things, how to sew a button on. But if you really want to get creative, I come in and I teach that. And when I'm working with young people, I teach them too the money side of this. Okay. So when I took the young lady that I'm working with right now, she takes class with Chasan. So she wanted to learn how to make her own lava for herself and for her sister. But I also talked to her how you can make money from this. You have people in class with you. They're going to need a lava. I am not selfish when it comes to teaching people how to make money. Why? Because God continues to bless me as I bless others. If you are being selfish about your talent and don't want to share, that's what will hold you back. But when you share your gifts, because I cannot sew for the entire city of Columbus, this is when you are blessed. So she made her own lava. She made it for her sister. And now I'm going to show her how to make it for her class. And anyone that want to buy a lava for Chisan, for the children, yep, sign your kids up. Hey, that young lady is going to make some money from that. So I just want to give you a couple pointers with using your gifts and your talent, okay? Number one, if you think you're the smartest person in the room, leave the room. Leave the room. Because no matter where you go, you're learning a life lesson, okay? Leave the room. If you think you know it all, I'm sorry, you're in the wrong room, okay? Set aside time for what you do. No matter what it is, you're never too busy to invest in you. So set aside time to work on your gifts, your talents, your art, whatever it may be, your writing, which I'd write, okay? The morning message, part of all of that, all right? Don't procrastinate. Procrastination is a demon. It's a demon from hell. Stop procrastinating. Stop thinking you don't have time. Everybody has time. Shonda Rhimes said it best when she said, take 10 minutes to write every day. She takes 10 minutes. You will be surprised. Put a timer on what you can do inside 10 to 15 minutes. It'll blow your mind, okay? Be obedient. If God is calling you to that, no matter what it is, whether it's giving, whether it's spending time on your gifts and talent, be obedient to that. Be obedient to yourself. Oh my God, just be obedient. The moment you start to be obedient, oh my God, okay, I'm gonna cry. The moment you start to be obedient to what God is calling you to do, you will see doors open that you have never even knocked on. They will open. You will see that window open that you have been trying to open and you thought was locked shut, and it's not. Oh my God. Just, I cannot tell you the sacrifice of being obedient. Think had not Gail been obedient with News in Motion and her ministry in motion, we would not have come together as a family. So I cannot express enough how it is so important to be obedient to your gift and to your calling. The morning message is an act of obedience. When God called me to do the morning message, oh my God, I was in such a place. I wouldn't say a dark space, but I would certainly say a different space. Okay, just going through all kind of things. At the time, I was over our young adults, so at church, wanting to stay strong and be able to mentor regardless to what I was going through at home. It was a call. It's a calling. So I've been doing this now. October is my celebration month for 14 years. The morning message has gone out. When I started out to write another book, God said, no, the morning message will be your first book. And I thought, okay, I can do this. I got it all written down, right? Ooh, Jesus, obedience. It took me a year. And thank you to Nicole Brown Horston, who, had it not been for her, when God sent her to me to be obedient and put that book out, she stepped up. Oh my God, she stepped up. But when God said, okay, I'm asking questions now, Jesus, how are we going to do this? First and foremost, where's the money going to come from? Because if you've ever written a book, it takes money and not just time. Started the GoFundMe. My God, y'all, because of obedience, the money poured in. It blew my mind. It blew my mind how the money poured in. And I did not have to pay out of pocket nothing for the morning message to be published, printed, distributed, nothing. Okay. No, it is not on Amazon. I have the book because when people order from me, God gives me a message to write in there, a personal message to send to you. So you're not just ordering a book and you just get a book. You get it from me with a personal message from God and autograph from me. Even that, being obedient in that, and it's been tough. I'm telling you, in 14 years, but when God spoke to me one morning and I'm crying, Jesus, this morning thing, I don't know if I can keep doing this. But God told me, and he said one thing to me that shook me to my core. And he said, I could have called anybody to do this, but I called you. And oh my God, the tears, because he could have. Know that anything that you are doing that God has called you to do, he could have called anybody, but he called you. And so step up, step out. Don't be afraid. Listen to your heart. Listen to your heart and don't be afraid to step out there and do what God has called you to do. Just be obedient. Just be obedient. Continue. I'm telling you, somebody out there sees your work. And when it was brought to my attention that the world hears the morning message, it brings me to tears. And that came from someone who gets it regularly every morning. And so, yes, be obedient, and your gifts will flow. It'll go from project to purpose. I promise you, it'll go from project to purpose.
Wow. And y'all, by the way, that's y'all's ministry in motion message this morning, the morning message from Diane. There's so much that she said here. And I know she has to get ready to run to work. And I know all of us were coming to our 30 minutes to give
morning.
up.
Off work, yes. So ask for questions and all that good stuff.
I love what John Gorgeous said. Yes, believe in your inner self, not necessarily people. What is for you is for you. Claim, bless yourself and others as you do so.
Amen.
Now, some of you are saying, and we've gotten a lot. It's amazing how we started this segment. And we were calling it Finances in Motion, but we've now renamed it to Life in Motion because this is life. All of this comes back to life. I love that mug, girl. I love that mug. Look, I got one too.
Girl,
Hello.
let me tell you, blessing me this morning.
That made my heart sing. But listen, there's something on the inside of all of you. And I believe we're in a season of God's stretching us to bring it out.
Yeah.
And what Diane just shared with us, I'm used to you calling you Ladybug. So what Ladybug has shared with us are several things. Y'all noticed her multiple streams of income, the morning message, the seamstress, and you are a seamstress. The face painting, that's an artist. You are an artist. Those are 3 streams of income. So y'all, when we feel like if our backs are up against a wall, look at that as an opportunity to see your way forward. She talked about the pricing. Someone did ask a question: how much do you charge for your artistry of face painting? Can you share that with us?
Yes, I typically charge $75 an hour.
Yeah,
So
but
some
that
people
probably
go,
needs to go to that probably needs to go up to like 150, 250, I'm just saying.
yeah, yeah. Well, now listen here. I have been
I'm just
hired
saying.
hired like that, yes. But when
Yeah.
you're doing it by the hour, Lord Jesus, I'll be wondering,
Yep.
So
And
yeah,
there's so many people today, and I think it was Demia that mentioned this maybe even last year, that people are now going to a flat rate, not necessarily an hourly rate. But you do have to start somewhere, people. Find that place of passion and move forward in it. I think that is so important. But then she also says something that's extremely key is to be obedient. And y'all, and I believe this is what John was referencing in his comment. And I don't want to put words in your mouth at all, Ladybug. But what I heard her say was that stop allowing other people to dictate what you do, because that's where we fall. If you have something on the inside of you that's pressed upon you, you move forward with that. Forget about the naysayers. Forget about those who want you to quit. Listen, we are now over 300 episodes of News in Motion. Can y'all believe that? Over 300 episodes of News in Motion. And actually, the team just said that's News in Motion and a podcast combined. If I would have stopped, forget we, if I would have stopped because of some of the things that people have said, and trust me, I've heard things from so-called friends that comes from other people. I just don't talk about it. But it's like, okay, but I have to do what I am called to do. And when God calls me to stop, I stop. The same with you. If God is calling you to do something, do that thing. Don't worry about the time limit. Don't look at it as fail or victory. Look at it as being obedient, which is what Ladybug was sharing. Y'all, there's so much we can unpack here. So that means I just have to bring her back to talk again, because there's so much we're going to unpack here. Y'all, let me tell you what we're doing. And we wish we are really trying to get more men to come on here as well. But for some reason, every man keeps backing out. It's the strangest thing. So I don't know what that's about. But listen, next Monday, we will have Kim Edmondson on here talking about building wealth. Y'all want to hear that too. Yes. Next Wednesday, we will have a woman on here by the name of Greta Oliver, who's going to talk about finances, for students going from high school to college, and then also how they go from college to graduate program, and the money and the scholarships and everything out there that's available. She has written an amazing book. I believe it's now #1 on the chart. So we have her on next Wednesday. We have Hester, who will be coming on talking about investment property. We have so much. We have an insurance company that's coming on. I won't name them yet because I'm like trying to work some money in there too. I'm getting smart with this, y'all. I'm getting smart. But anyway, we have a lot, and we're bringing this to you. We're going to still bring you the headline news every morning. We're bringing that to you. But we're going to also bring this piece in here because I believe the time is now. So y'all, everybody who has this knowledge, please inbox us. Please inbox us, because we want to put you out here. We want to put you in the forefront of people, because it's about building this wealth. It's about taking your hobby to income. And as Ladybug said, let God lead you in doing so. Y'all, we have so much that's coming for you. Now, we're not the #1 show. We get daily views, about maybe 20, 30 live views, but daily, the numbers are going up to 1,000, a little bit over 1,000 a day. And we get a lot of people, and I'm going to share this with y'all because I got the numbers yesterday. We get a lot of people from other countries that are tuning in. And I'm like, wow. So we're seeing those numbers go up. I don't know what God is doing, but I'm ready for it. Yep. Yep. You know that song, Lord, I'm available to you. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
That's my theme song right now. I'm just available. And I'm asking all of you to be available as well. Those of you who are Patreon members, don't go anywhere, Diane, because I want you to do something before we sign off. Those of you who are Patreon members, remember tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern time, we will get an hour time with Dr. Kim Carter talking about credit scores, credit cards. Yeah, there were 19 questions. She's going to touch on all 19. So if you submitted a question, be sure you tune in. We know some of you may be work, traveling, things like that, but do what you can to get on here. If you got to move your dinner up or push your dinner back, do that. We want to see this Zoom link packed tonight. You want to check that out. It's not too late to join Patreon if you want to be a part of it. Now, again, Patreon is not paying for the news. Patreon is doing all these other things we're doing behind the scenes. Diane Ladybug is going to present on Patreon too through the Zoom link that will give us more hands-on. Y'all, what they are giving us in Patreon on these workshops would cost $200 or more. And you're getting it for now $15 a month. Those of you who are $5 will remain $5. You were our starters on that. You are what you call our pioneers on that. So with that being said, if you have any questions, let us know. But Diane, I want you to give us a moving word to get us through the rest of our day today, and then we'll sign off.
Thank you, Gail. I will say this though, real quick though. Gail talked about those Christmas gifts, and as part of the Patreon workshop, I will show you and talk about ways to have a party, a gift party, where you make the gift or you have friends come in and make gifts. But so my message this morning. And I'm going to take it from the morning message that I sent out. So if you are not a member of the morning message, just inbox me your phone number. Let me know if you want to get it on IG, morning text. I do post it on Facebook every day, every morning. So, but my message today was a lot of people are going through a storm. And as the message would say, people think about, and it just happens to be raining this morning, about, wind and rain and all of that. But we are going through so many other inner storms, whether it's dealing with illness, whether it's dealing with our finances, whether it's dealing with family life and things that are just going on the job. But Jesus calmed the wind and the waves when he said, "Peace, be still." In John, it says that Jesus said, "Peace, my peace, I leave with you." Oh my God. And if you start to just think about that peace within that God can provide you with, or God has left you with, just taking a moment to breathe them in. Take a moment. I know these last 2 years have been some of the most stressful years of my life. But my God, the morning message, when he gives me that to be able to encourage someone else, because always remember, someone else is going through something worse than you. The prayer circle, when Gail shared about draw the circle, I draw the circle every morning. And in that morning is when I find peace. When you just take that moment, if you do not take a moment with God, then yes, you will be caught up in the chaos. But it only takes a moment to just sit down. And he said, "Peace, my peace, I leave with you." And my God, he will bless you. So I continue to pray. Everybody in the News and Motion family has been taken to the circle. I take them. The team, I know when you hear the news and you take in the news that you take in, oh my God, imagine if God was not giving you peace from that. You would just be going over the edge. Oh my God. I feel everything as an intercessor, as a prayer warrior. I feel it. But oh my God, I feel the peace that he gives me too. To press on another second, to press on another hour, to press on another moment, to press on another day. It's that peace that allows you to press on and continue to move in God's grace. So I just thank you, Gail, and I thank you for this platform. I thank you for all that you do, and I thank you for the News and Motion family. You guys are awesome. Oh my God, the blessings the comments, the laughter, the tears. This family, oh my God, I can't even begin to tell you what God is going to do through your obedience and for being here each morning at 7:25 a.m. to join the family and to pray for one another. So peace be with you all in Jesus' name.